4, 3, 2.
Hey guys, this is a quick update. I promised you to share with you one of the coins that I'm speculating on pretty heavily. There's a lot of not buzz going on about it. There's a lot of people not talking about it, and there's a big move happening on the 18th of August, which is like 4 or 5 days away from now. I'm taking time out of my Sunday, and I've got all my friends, we're out on the boat, and I've got all my friends to pause the music and to be quiet. So big thanks to them. And what that coin is, you're probably wondering. I'm not going to tell you just yet, but I will. The reason being, the reason I'm so strong in believing that it's going to change and go up dramatically, like I'm not betting the house or anything like that, but I'm definitely trying to sell some of my assets. I've got a couple of cars on the market that I'm going to try and push in the next 2 or 3 days at a massively discounted rate to just scrape as much money together as I can to buy this. We're about to see, and I'm doing this on camera because there's 1 or 2 ways that this could go. I could be completely wrong, and my bets that I'm putting on this coin could be completely wrong, and I could lose a lot of money. But the upside is, if I do make a lot of money and I have got this on camera and my predictions are correct, it's going to make me look like a rock star and make me seem like the god that I am. Not really a god, but that's just taking the piss out of something that happened this week. So the coin that I'm speculating on is BCC. So there's a massive amount of mining power in the world, and in order for coins to thrive and to grow, hashes need to be mined, and the majority of the mining power in the world is from China. A couple of big companies, one being Bitmain, processes about 80% of all of the hashes daily. And what happened with the split, I'm not a big believer in splits of coins because I think it devalues the original, which is what's happening, or what I speculate is going to happen with Bitcoin, with BCC taking off and going through the roof and actually overtaking what Bitcoin is currently, and that's why I'm acquiring so much of it. So the way that hashing works is you've got like X amount of power that is doing all the processing, and then this new coin's come out of nowhere, and that 80% of hashing has literally turned on overnight. There's a lot of planning that's been going on by the Chinese about this. There's a lot of stuff that's happening that a lot of people aren't talking about that I've been reading about. I've done extensive research over the last 3 or 4 days about this. I've watched ridiculous amounts of videos, read ridiculous amounts of white papers, and gone back and looked at interviews from some of these companies like Bitmain from 2 or 3 months ago that are dropping these tiny little nuggets saying what they're about to do and what they're actually doing now. So I am a strong believer, don't bet anything you can't afford to lose. Anything that I'm putting in, I have the ability to gain back, and it's not going to be a massive loss for me. So I'm not suggesting that you go and sell your house and dump all your money in it or anything like that. Only put in what you can afford to lose. But I'm speculating pretty heavily on it, and fingers crossed it all goes through. And currently sitting at about 50 BCC. I'm going to try and raise that to about 100, 150 in the next 4 days. And they're currently at about 400, 450 Australian. And if what I see is going to happen is actually going to happen, there's potential for BCC to go from 450 Australian or 350 American to 1,000, 2,000, maybe even the $4,000 point US that Bitcoin is currently sitting at, which is at an all-time high. You're also going to see a massive sell-off as people start to understand this happening. You'll see a massive sell-off of all altcoins, where people move their money out of that, getting ready for this massive exponential growth curve. So that's another way that you'll be able to see this is happening before it's happening. So I'm personally taking about 80% of all my profits out of my altcoins, moving it into BCC, spreading my risk, but still putting a solid bet in this. So thanks again for all of the suggestions. I'll be making a few videos over the next week or so from some of the suggestions. It's been really helpful because I've got so much to talk about with this, but at the same time I kind of see it as, it's everyday knowledge, no one really knows about it. But the more that you've commented and shared and private messaged me, the more that I see that the stuff that I'm talking about is very valuable, and I'm happy to keep sharing it. So again, thank you so much for the likes, subscribes, the shares. Please keep doing that. Please comment any questions you have specifically about this or about any other coins. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday and eat some food and hang with the boys. Thanks guys, see you in the next video.